Hey there, guys. What is going on? Schloppy here, and I've got morning voice. Pretty harsh, but there's a reason. We're starting today on the front screen because, well, I was going to add a little color to my character. It's no longer exactly winter, so we're going to add a touch of color. Oh, that's too tan. Oh, well. Yeah, that makes more sense. Anyway, there we go. No, the reason I wanted to start on this screen is because there was an update that just came out, and I didn't make an update video on it because it's not a huge update. Most of it's under the hood, but they held a competition a little bit ago where you had to submit screenshots, and the prettiest screenshots are now loading screens in the game, and here is one. That's pretty cool. I like that just looks really neat with like a treehouse vibe in the jungle. I will say it looks a little bit stretched out. Like it doesn't look super high def, which is interesting. But yeah, all the loading screens. There's now 10 custom loading screens that were selected from this competition of people submitting screenshots to Playful. And now the loading screens will be a little bit spicier, you know? They won't be exactly what they have been for the past, I don't know, few years, I guess? It's been a while since they've changed, so now there's all kinds of different ones, 10 in total, which is pretty neat. I think that's a cool change. Let's just quickly see if we can see another one of them. Okay, that's different. Again, it looks a little low res. I'm trying not to bash it, because I like the idea a lot, but it doesn't look great, does it? Is that just me? No, it doesn't look stellar. But anyway, the rest of the update is apparently mostly sort of bug fixes and stuff like that. I'll leave the patch notes in the description down below if you guys are super curious. Mostly it was the loading screens and then a bunch of stuff that we probably wouldn't notice, but apparently, you know, it's all great. Bug fixes and stuff. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Alright. Maybe that's all. I'm playing at 1920 by 1080, I think. Maybe it's all like 1280? I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't look super right. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave the patch notes in the description if you guys are curious about some of the bug fixes and whatnot. And yeah, I want to get started on what I want to do today, which is get some more work done on this place. So I started this place last time, which is going to be the first half of our storage room. So this is going to be all the stuff that we want to process and forge. And you guys were super amazing. I put together this place and I thought, you know what? Let's see what the people say. And you guys were incredible. You guys said, wow, that place looks pretty good. I like the medieval vibe. I like the mountain vibe. But it's already a little bit plain before you even finished it. And you guys were right. So today, what I want to do is add some spiciness to this room. I'm not sure we'll have time to get to the roof, but I definitely want to add some more details and touches. One of which is to finish the floor. And also to finish the back wall. So we're kind of going to finish up to maybe where the walkway thing is over. Which I think is going to be the first thing I do is just extend this so we already know where it's going to go. Maybe make a little hallway to the next mountain. And then we'll have sort of a definite space. So without further ado, I'm just going to continue. If you were curious where I've been getting my peak stone from, I have been destroying this mountain range where I parked my RV. Yeah. But we can look at another loading screen. Heyo! Whoa, that's really pretty. Look at that clock tower. Wowzers. That's very pretty. Wonder what world that is. This is cool. I like the new loading screens. I've taken a few now, and they're all pretty neat. Like, you know, there's some very different vibes. You know, you got this big city one there, and there's quite a few different ones. Also, how good does Spawn look? Really good. really, really good. Also, it was Tashin who filled in the water. So go follow her on YouTube and Twitter. My goodness, though. This place is looking phenomenal. I think what actually might be beneficial is getting more little flower spots. Maybe some of the wildflowers from the tundra and whatnot. And maybe doing, like, little gardens here and there. I don't know. I still, I feel like Spawn needs a few more touches just to add some, like, intrigue. But it's definitely coming along. Anyway, let's go to my touchstone. Gives us a chance to look at another loading screen. Hey, I think I was just there. Yeah, I was, it's cool that they got mid-firework, but I was actually just in this place, I do believe, in my last adventure. This Sunday past, I believe I was in that exact little Japanese village. That is, wow, worlds colliding. Let's sleep real fast. We're going to check out one more loading screen. I'm curious, I was mostly curious if they were just going to roll through. Like just now, I was mostly curious, not in general. I was wondering if they're just going to roll through, so there's 10 and, you know, you go 1 through 10, or if it was randomized, but it looks like you're just rolling through. Again, very beautiful. Anyway, okay, I'm going to do some more work. So, next thing up on my list is I want to try and fix this wall. What I was thinking is making the peak stone pretty prominent to kind of look like we carved out part of the mountain, but also we couldn't get through a part or whatnot. I've already done a little bit. This is where I ran out peak stone, but I'm going to do peak stone on this side, and I think that'll be kind of cool. I think this side we're going to do a little bit more rock, and this side's going to be a little bit more peak stone heavy. Might just be kind of cool. I was also looking for extra blocks to add in here. There's not a ton in the medieval block set that I think will look great, but there are these two wood patterns, which I think are going to be something. I'm not sure what. I was thinking about maybe doing like a lining of this one. Although that is a lot now that I'm seeing it. It might be a little intense. But I was hoping to get a little bit more decorative in here. That might work if we got more stuff in the room. It's pretty intense. The other wood, I suppose. I was sort of just browsing through the blocks. I mean, you have the wood gravel wall, I suppose, is a block that has a wood texture. Ruddy Canyon stone. The other one that I was thinking about was the, yeah, this one here has... the only thing I don't like about this forbidden wood texture is that it can get pretty weird from a distance. But it's a very nice wood texture, but it gets kind of bizarre from a distance. I don't know if you guys can see that. It gets very, like, weird on the eyes. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do next, is try and get some intrigue in the floor and whatnot. But I'm going to go with the peak stone first. I think we might sort of wrap the ceiling around. It might be a little bit more open on this side. But I want to get this corner done so that we don't have to worry about the lighting so much. Because, you know, with this big hole, lighting gets a bit obscured because you have so much natural light. So I kind of want to just fix this corner, and then we can move on. How far are we from that other mountain? It's like right here, right? Yeah, okay. So it's just I came over too far. Also, I got the walkway done. You guys can see. There's a weird dark patch right in the middle, which is bizarre, but it looks pretty good. Now it's just a matter of decorating down here. But I think first things first, I want to get this back wall curvature, and then this area done. You know, this update's fantastic because I finally have an excuse to sit through loading screens with all of you. Leave a like on this video. That's what I say during loading screens usually, but now we get to take a look at all of the different loading screens, which I will say all of them have been a little bit blurry. I don't think they're proportioned correctly for everybody. But it's pretty cool. It's a very nice thing to just sort of have a little bit of something. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a bit of peak stoning done. A lot of peak stoning done. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it looks fairly natural. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the ceiling yet. I'm sort of torn. Part of me wants to do what we did in the other place, which was kind of go with a natural curve. Well, part of me wants it to be a bit more like, I don't know, regimented? A bit more rigid, a bit more man-made. And I think I have an idea. I think I might run wood beams at a certain height, and we can hang the chandeliers off those, because I do want to use the chandeliers. But I'm thinking we'll put wood beams, and we'll sort of do a natural ceiling to those wood beams, and then between the wood beams, we'll make it look like it was, like, carved. I think that's what I'm going to go with. But I'm going to leave the ceiling a little bit alone for now, because I do want to focus down here. So we have this, basically this landscape. And I want to do some stuff with it. Obviously, we got to finish the sides. And we'll do that in just a second. But I feel like the floor, I want it to be pretty wood heavy, because I feel like wood gives another color in here. But I also feel like maybe we should try and mix in some of the stone blocks. I've continued to be looking through, and there's quite a few nice sort of decorative stone blocks as well. And this floor is really going to be interesting because we've got quite a large space. Quite a large space. So I think I'm just going to try and get blocks down, see what happens. We've got a lot of options because we've got wood, stone, and medieval, you know? So this might come down to just putting down blocks, see what looks good. This is a weird block, right? This isn't just me. It's kind of a weird block. You know what? That actually might look good in the ceiling with the wood logs. Yeah. Anyway, let's just place blocks, see what happens. If I can somehow sneak some heating in somewhere, that would be really cool. But for now, yeah. I've been experimenting a little bit with different blocks. You can see some of my less than flavorful things. I think I might, you can see I put a line just behind the pillars on either side, which I think gives the room kind of a cool sense of unity, because it's got a square around the center part too. But thinking though, maybe having wood all along the outside and then stone underneath the stuff in the middle might look kind of good. Because I'm too worried, I'm too worried. I'm a little worried about having too much wood or too much stone. So I'm thinking maybe flipping these, having wood along the outside and then stone in the middle. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do for the floor, to be honest. It's a little bit tricky. So, yeah. That's where I am. Just trying to figure that out. One thing I do know I want is elderwood for my beams in the ceiling. This guy, somewhere in here, I have like 5 pieces. There it is. This wood here, which is, I think, very lovely. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I really like it. We're gonna use that because I think it blends really nicely. And I'm really not sure about the floor, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna go collect some of that while I think about it, because it's quite a big floor, so I'm like worried about digging it all up. I mean, I do like the wood in the center. I just don't know what I'm going to do for a floor out here. I tried a bunch of the stone things. I tried slabs. I tried all sorts of stuff, and just none of it really looked right, I suppose, is how I would phrase it. So, yeah. I'm going to go collect some elderwood and think about it. And, yeah. This took quite a while. But I'm really happy with where we're at right now, actually. So let's go maybe down here is the best place to get a view. I'm still not sure what to do for the floor. I might just ask you guys. What do I do for the floor? I don't know, man. It's tricky. But you can see I've started doing the ceiling. I put these wood beams. I kind of like them at the height they're at, but I also don't. I also put these little... tried to mix in that block. I don't know if those work. I might take those out. But I put 3 chandeliers on each side, And they actually light the path quite well, which is cool. They light the path quite well. No, this is off. They light the path quite well. The only thing is they look a little bit close. I kind of want to raise it one, but I'm not sure. I think it's pretty good where it's at. Down here, I think it looks pretty good. Again, the little spike blocks I think we're going to take out. Maybe do, I don't know, some ladders or something. I want some sort of difference there, some sort of band or something. But you can see I've finished the back wall. I've also finished up until like right here, including the ceiling. And I've just gone for peak stone. And I was torn about what to do, and then I figured, you know what, let's incorporate the mountain. Let's do pretty heavy with the mountainside. And so I just went with it, and I think it looks really great. I think the peak stone and the medieval really blend well together, and I kind of like the idea of it blending, you know? It's sort of half peak stone, half medieval. So I'm going to continue that for like this side here. This side, I might do a little less peak stone, a little more medieval. I also might try throwing some medieval blocks in this build, but I also really like, you know, back here we did, you know, some medieval blocks mixed in with the peak stone. I feel like that might be our plan for that side as well. But the idea was to have the ceiling come up to the wood beam, and then, I don't know what we're going to do with this middle section. No idea what we're going to do with that middle section. If you have an idea for that as well, I'd love to hear it. But I'm actually out of time for today. This all took quite a long time, collecting materials and stuff, but I'm really happy with the progress on this room. I think it actually looks really good. I also did a whole thing full of stone slabs. By the way, we're going to use arc signs to show what's in each chest. So we'll have 5 different little, what do they call them? Sprites, I think. So you'll be able to see, so like this one's going to be stone, this one's also probably going to be stone, stone slabs, stone rods. So we'll have sprites, which I think will look really good. But anyway, this room's coming together great. I actually really like the vibe of it. I'm not sure what theme we're going to do in the next room. It's not, well, it's likely not going to be medieval. I don't know. We'll see. But it's coming together really great, actually. I really like it. So if you have any suggestions for the floor, for the roof, let me know what you think of those comments down below. Also, what you think of this new update. Is the game running better for you? It seems to be running pretty smooth right now. If you're having weird resolution issues with the loading screens, anything about the new update, I would love to hear as well. I enjoy reading comments. I don't always respond to them, but I read all of them. Anyway, the reason we're over outside is I just want to show you. If you haven't seen this, I'm sure everyone has. These are what sprites are. They were put into the game not terribly long ago. But essentially, using arc signs, you can put, I think there's something like 900 pictures. And it's all the different blocks in the game and whatnot. So on one side, we'll have something like this where you can see the ores. You know, we'll have blocks and stuff. So this is how I'm going to organize my storage room visually. Except they're going to be in front of the chest. Which you can click through, I do believe. Anywho, this is Sidon's new place, by the way. He's building it on stream, because that's basically what he does. I've had a few people ask me where Sidon is. He made a video a while back saying he's not going to be doing videos so much anymore, but he is going to be streaming, and he's building this massive castle. Which, if we go sort of up on top of it, we can check out the layout. It's absolutely enormous. It's going to look pretty good. I think it already looks quite good, but he's got walls going every which way. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, patch notes are in the description if you're curious about all the little bug fixes. Let me know what you think in those comments down below, and subscribe for Creativerse. Next time, we are going to continue work, probably on that build. There's also a new Creativerse series coming to my channel very soon, so be subscribed. Turn the bell icon on, because I know YouTube's having some issues with the sub stuff right now, so if you want to know when a new video of mine goes live, there's a bell icon next to your subscription, which will alert you whenever I get a video posted, because YouTube's being weird right now. But anyway, let me know. I don't know. I've already said my outro like 4 times, so I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.